multiculturalism, pluralism is probably one of the most important positive factors when it comes to conflict resolution. One example could be from Africa. So even in really complicated conflicts like the one in the genocide in Rwanda, the genocide in Darfur, somebody doesn't like to use the word genocide, but also in Darfur, what actually was key was not to divide, but to unite. So my opinion is that as more you get pluralism, the easier it is. It is because it's actually the most difficult way to unite is when there is 50% one aspect and 50% another. It's much more easy when you have 100 different aspects. So I have used that as a starting point for quite a few of the peace and maybe not peace, but reconciliation processes in Africa. Another aspect of this, when it comes to positive context of the terminology, is of course the city of Malmö in Skåne, where I'm based and work nowadays, where you actually have 197 different languages spoken there, and also 177 different nationalities. And that in itself is a huge potential. You don't need, if you want to, you don't need expensive translators when you have international meetings. There is always somebody to talk about the cultural problem if the city or the regional council needs that to put into their decision-making process. So, in short, I am one of those persons who actually thinks that if used correctly, pluralism might be the answer to many of our problems today. So instead of trying to cluster into one or two big groups, because then you think it's easier to manage, I think that it's much easier to manage 100 different clusters. And also there is a much bigger chance for variety when you want to deal with different challenges. If you just have one or two or three groups of people or ethnicities, religions, whatever, then you only end up with 2 or 3 solutions. If you have 100, you end up with 100 solutions.
Perfect. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
That's a new perspective for us. Great. Thank you very much.